Ed.
And I'm Barb.
And we're the Streeters.
Hi, we're the Streeters. Welcome to the ARTyRV channel, where tonight it's the live Q&A. Ask us your questions about stained glass and we'll be happy to answer them.
So today must be Monday the 23rd, Barb. It's 7 o'clock in beautiful South Carolina.
Hi, Kathy. Hi, Ray. Welcome to the ARTyRV Glass Studio.
Hi, guys.
Hope y'all are having a great week. So yeah, we've had a great week. We've been out of town picking out glass for a new project. And Ed's going to tell you all about that in an upcoming video. I think he's got some glass to share with you tonight from the project.
We do, Barb. And I tell you, tonight is it's just a really nice night. You know, we had a beautiful drive this morning back home, and we stayed ahead of the rain, fortunately for us. And fortunately for all the lead that was in the back of the truck. We surely didn't want to get that wet and then try to unload it when we got home.
Hi, Joyce. Hi, CM. Hi, Mark.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome.
Good to have you all on board tonight.
Those of you that don't know about the ARTyRV channel, we've been teaching stained glass for over 35 years. And during the pandemic, we shut down the classes and we decided to start teaching on YouTube. And so we've been doing this for about a year and a half.
Yeah, a year and a half.
And that's how we got started. So we've had such a good response that we've continued to do this.
And we've met so many really nice people we're all interested in the same thing, which is this beautiful, beautiful thing we call stained glass.
Hi, Julie. So looks like almost there's Vicky. Hi, Vicky.
Hi, guys. Good to see y'all tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it. So, Barbara, do we have any questions last week?
Oh, yeah. We had some questions.
Oh,
sure. Where do you want to start? From the beginning?
Let's go from the beginning. Start from the top.
Okay. This is from Puget Sound in Washington. I am a hobbyist cabinet maker, currently finishing up a glass-fronted barrister style 3-tier bookcase, thinking to incorporate stained glass panels to the next project instead of clear panes. Wondering where to start, entry level, tools, tips, and tutorials.
Well, hey, thanks for the question tonight, and thanks for tuning in from the Puget Sound and outside of Seattle. That's awesome. So hey, well, on our website, if you're thinking about doing cabinet doors for your cabinets, we have a tutorial about building a leaded glass window for a cabinet door. What's the name of the video, Barb?
YouTube,
I'm sorry.
It's a YouTube video. I have it posted on the description in this live stream. And the name of the video is Easy Stained Glass Panels. And it takes you all the way through building cabinet door panels.
Right.
The whole process.
The whole process. So we're cutting the glass, we're leading it, we're putting it together, and we're installing it in the door. So you could do that, watch that particular video, and that will give you the basics. But we also have the Stained Glass 101 classes that are all in line at the beginning.
On the playlist.
Yeah.
Right. On our channel, on the playlist beginning.
Yeah. So then you can go to our website and click onto the ARTyRV glass channel, and that scroll down, and we have a beginner toolkit that is available online. They are in stock, and so we can get them out in just a few days to you. However, you know, there's two different kits on there. There's one that's a little pricey, but the beginner kit for especially if you wanted to start doing lead cane work on your cabinet doors rather than copper foil, you may need a grinder, but we leave the grinder up to you, because we're not going to promote anybody's grinder. We use a lot of different grinders, but we want you to be the person that purchases your grinder and decides to go ahead and buy that particular grinder based on the research that you do, right?
Okay, Todd is here. Todd asked the question, and he is here tonight.
Hey.
And he watched all the 101 videos, and he said they're very helpful. We also wanted to share, I think this is what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
We wanted to share this book. This is really, we think, the best book
on the market
for beginners. And we also have this. Go to the description in the live stream and the link to get this book.
Right. Well, this book is by Wardell Publications. And those of you that have been in the stained glass industry for quite a while, you know that these guys produce some really interesting books. This particular book we would give to our students as part of their toolkit in our stained glass classes, and we've done that for over 30 years, Barb.
Mhm.
This book has been in publication for a long time, and something that
For
Barbara
a good reason, because it's really a good
It's
book.
really
Takes you
good.
all the way through.
And it even shows you how to fabricate lamps, small lamps, flat panel lamps. And that is really, that's interesting too. So this whole book, and it comes with 18 full-size patterns. Hand me that pattern book, Barb. Let me show.
That's inside of here.
Oh, I thought is it? Okay.
Yeah, I put it in here.
Okay. So
now, well,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I just want to.
I'll tell you a little bit more about that book in a minute.
I want to show you. This is the full-size lamp pattern. And I'm going to open this up. This is the whole lamp is on here. There's a crown for it. There's a skirt for it and everything. But I want to show you. This is a full-size pattern that comes with in the book. Okay. And this is another full-size pattern.
That's kind of cute.
Right here.
That's a good beginner.
Yeah, that's a good beginner. And then we got Mother Goose here, for sun catchers, learning how to build small stuff. So this is all about copper foil, but they do explain to you in this book about lead caming. So they kind of cover all the bases, and they do give you a list of tools. However, we've taken the liberty of putting that list of tools on our website, and that is really a good beginner kit. I think the initial beginner kit's about $2.99, free shipping on that, and it does not include a grinder. And when you get into the grinder and a lot of other basic tools that you may need as you progress within the projects or progress, as you're learning, the other kit is with a grinder and everything, and it's about $600. But this Wardell Publications Quick Success in Stained Glass is one of the best publications for beginners that's out there. Actually, it's for everybody. It's not just for beginners. If you need a refresher course, kind of get something going on in your head, this is it right here.
Also, if you follow that link, a used copy of this book is $2.95.
If you can find one.
Is, I don't know if the used copy is going to have the pattern, so it might be worth to go ahead and buy the $17.95 full price book so you get the patterns.
You can never have enough books in your stained glass studio. So, hey, a quick question today. Everybody fire one off. What music do you listen to in your studio while you're working? Question of the day.
Question of the day. Okay, Joyce is here. Magali is here. Did I say hi to Larry and Magali, Joyce, and Cynthia?
Hi, good to see everybody tonight.
Joyce said she's not going to crochet tonight because she doesn't want to make mistakes on her crochet.
Oh, yeah.
Like she did last week.
That's right, because you went 12 rows too many on the sleeve or something, right?
Yeah, that's right. Oh, another good thing about this book, it has all troubleshooting, tricks, hints, and troubleshooting in the back. And it also tells you how to put a lamp together. So really a lot of great information, great starter book, and can't say enough good things.
Well, hey, we're getting some answers to our question of the night. Thanks for playing with us tonight.
Okay, so we've got country, smooth jazz. I'm on the smooth jazz. I like that. Classic rock.
Okay.
Classic rock, yeah.
Yeah. We just came from the upstate and had a classic rock radio station that we've been listening to for about 25 years. And we were in the truck driving up, and I said, well, hey, let's switch over the radio. And sure enough, I put it on 101 and the radio station tuned in, and we were very surprised it's still there, but it's awesome.
Hi, Cynthia, Kathy. Cynthia's from Pennsylvania. Stephanie Stewart's here. Hey, Stephanie. And Ben's here. Hi, Ben.
Great. Good to see y'all. Hey, just a big shout out to our friends up in Northern Virginia, Scott and Tom Veers. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys.
Okay. I have another question. You guys just put a question in the chat. We'll be happy to answer. This is a good one. Liver of sulfur. viewer was looking at, was unpacking some things after a move, and she found a container of liver of sulfur that she ordered years ago.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Liver
of sulfur.
It's used to make black patina, and I'm not. Let's see.
Well,
She wanted to know if it was safe to use.
Well, I think the liver of sulfur, Barb, isn't the liver of sulfur? It is a metal oxide, and it does change the colors of metals. However, I think it's more designed for like brass or bronzes, and it'll change. It'll give silver a nice rainbow, and you can do a lot of different things with it. And I think she said it was in a big clump or something?
Yeah, she said it was a clump.
When you bought it, it was probably a gel.
Yeah, and
it has just dried out. So I mean, you probably could use it, but let me just say this: if you're unsure of it, you can mix it with water, break it down a little bit. But my suggestion would be, because it is a metal oxidizer, the way to dispose of it, and this is what I would do. I don't know that I would mess with it, but you could. But the way to dispose of it is to neutralize it with a box of baking soda, and neutralize all that, wrap it up. And then once you neutralize the acid in it, you can actually just go ahead and throw it away in your regular trash.
Yeah, you can neutralize it with water and baking soda, put it in some kitty litter, and then put it in trash.
Yeah, once it dries in a clump, then take it and get rid of it. But you can put it in a thing of kitty litter after you neutralize it.
Yeah,
and that's a good way to dispose of it. If it's dried out and it probably was a gel, I'm not so sure I would take the chances, because let me tell you, when you're going to use that raw material, you need to be wearing heavy duty rubber gloves, because it will turn your hands like black, and you won't get it off for quite a while. And you definitely don't want your skin absorbing those metal oxides, not just that, but those metal oxides. So I hope that helps you. Barbara and I were like, whoa.
Well, you know what? Those of you that are having trouble getting your zinc to turn black, maybe that's the product you want to try, because then you can control the density of that product and the effectiveness of that product on that zinc. So you might want to buy. I think it's cheap for the.
Yeah, and it does come in a gel form.
Comes in gel or powder, I believe. And
everything that we looked at, it doesn't say anything about how it oxidizes tin or lead. It oxidizes a lot of different metals.
Copper. It didn't say anything about zinc or lead or anything like that. So I don't know. That's just what I thought of, because it said that you can control the density and the amount of black.
And it comes in two colors, brown and black.
So maybe it's something you want to play with.
Maybe it's something you want to play with, but hey, do ventilation. Oh, and don't mix it.
Don't pour it down the sink.
Don't pour it down the sink, and don't it'll produce a noxious gas that will kill you if you mix it with I'm trying to think, it's on the tip of my tongue, Barbara, I'm sorry. Anyway, you know what I would do with that stuff? Neutralize it, put it in the cat litter, put it in a baggie, and get rid of it.
Okay. Have any of you used that?
Yeah, if any of y'all have used it,
give us a tip on that. And that question was from Maine, Susan Baker. Thank you for that
awesome.
question.
Thank you,
that was
Susan.
A good question. Pauline, she has a question. She has a customer, and I think we talked about this, Pauline. I think you sent me an email, but that was let's let Ed chime in on this. Pauline has a question about a customer who has a stained glass window of a leopard. It is a very small piece. It has no support. Half of the window is bent. I don't think I could use restrip to support it. I'm not quite sure how to fix it. She hasn't seen it yet. Well, can you advise me of ways to support this window? It is 2x3.
Okay. Well, first thing, if you get the job, you want to lay it down with the bent side up and just let it lay there for a couple days, and it'll straighten itself out. Don't push it down with your hands. Just let it do its own thing. It got that way for a reason. Mainly the reason is because it's not framed. Once you get it down, laying down flat, and make sure that it's it's okay. As far as the foil coming off the edges or something, because it rolled up, it's very possible. But then you're going to have to frame it. You can't, you know, it was probably a window that was bought at a craft fair maybe or something. And that particular artist was just hanging things, not framing them. But if you're going to let that window last for a long time for your customer, go ahead and get it straightened out, flatten it, try not to break any pieces of glass, and then frame it when you're done and hang it so that she can enjoy it or he can enjoy it without ever worrying about that happening again.
That's
Definitely
right.
don't try to put restrip over inside of something that's already been soldered. That restrip is designed to go in the window in between each individual piece of glass and then soldered inside the window.
Hello, Ephraim and Mimi are here.
Hey, good to see y'all. Thanks for tuning in tonight.
Yes. Another question came in. Thank you, Ed. And thank you, Pauline, for that question.
I hope that helped, Pauline.
Well, that might be an ongoing conversation.
Yeah, so
she hadn't seen it yet. As
yes.
soon as you see it, let
Send us a
know.
picture.
This is, let's see, JT. Thank you for this leading lesson. That was the leading video that she watched. She bought supplies for getting into making small projects like sun catchers. She's just saying, thank you for sharing your knowledge. I look forward to viewing more of your videos as I get into the stained glass community.
Well, please do. And you know what? Chime in on us if you have a question when you get along in the videos. And if there's anything that we can help you with, you know that we will. Just chime in on our Monday night live chats. And, we're here to answer your questions and help you along with the process.
Yeah. And just ask us a question. Anyone have questions tonight? Just put them in the chat.
Oh, so we see everybody's tuning in tonight, and welcome
Mark
to the
is
channel.
Here. Oh, Mark says he listens to the 80s bands.
Okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, that's good.
Yeah,
you know what?
Hey,
I was a big fan of the 80s music.
We got married in the 80s.
We got married in the 80s.
Yeah,
we're the Duran Durans and all those bands that came over from England and Australia, and Flock of Seagulls. I love that guy's haircut.
I had a question come in. Beginner student said that their glass cracks when they're soldering. What can they do?
All right. So if your glass is cracking while you're soldering, two things are happening. Number one, your soldering iron's way too hot. And the other thing, it might not be too hot, but you're spending way too much time. Your glass is going to break at about 400 degrees, 450 degrees. So what we want you to do is you're going to need to, your technique is going to have to improve, and you're going to have to work faster. And remember, keep in mind, your soldering iron is not a paintbrush. Using it as a paintbrush will cause your glass to crack anyway, because you're like whooshing it back and forth. And once that glass gets so hot, you're going to break it. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that everything's clean in the right perspective, so that when you start soldering, you just coming right on down, and just make sure you're using a rheostat on your iron. You can't run your soldering iron wide open all the time, especially if you're just you can't do it anytime, but if you're just learning, you're just going to have to learn to work a little bit quicker and not allow the glass to get so hot. Use less flux, less solder, less heat, and more speed. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I think that helps. Thank you, Ed. That was good. Mimi says thumbs up, please.
Thumbs up. Hey, everybody.
Thank you,
those of you that are sitting back in the wings, please take a moment and go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Your subscription to our channel helps us grow. And when we grow, you grow. So that's awesome. We're excited about everything.
Us make more videos.
Well, we can make more videos. So we'd like you to subscribe. And when you subscribe, don't forget, right up there, ring that bell for us so that you are notified on every live stream or new video that we crank out. Thanks again. We appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. Ray's in charge of thumbs up, and so is Mimi. Thanks, guys.
And Magali too.
And Magali too. Good deal. Thank you all so much.
Ray, thank you. Here you go. Look at Ray. Thank you, Ray. We
Thanks,
appreciate it.
So everybody listens to a lot of different music in their
Yes,
studios.
So we've got 80s bands, country, smooth jazz, classic rock. We're good variety.
Good variety of music. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so let's see here.
Do I need to ring that bell again?
I think you do, yeah.
Whoa, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So, do we have any questions? Anyone have any questions?
I'm getting a little echo on that bell still. That's cool.
I know
that
it's still echoing.
You know, our bell is an original Gulf gas station bell that used to be inside the office when you ran over the air hose. Ding, ding. We took it, my son took it and converted it with a foot pedal from an electric guitar. And that allows us to ring that bell with no air. It's awesome.
Okay. Faith wrote in. I think this question just came in today. I just happened to see it, Faith. She said she saw the paint videos that she was wondering if she could use those paints that we use in our videos in the microwave.
Faith, no, because the paints that we use for our painting on glass, most of them are going to cure between like 1,050 and 1,250 degrees. You can't, your glass has to be heated up very slowly in order to achieve those temperatures without breaking. So the answer to putting on enamels or powdered enamels that are glass enamels in your microwave are definitely out of the question. However, they do make paints that can be fired in your oven at about 350 degrees. I believe 350, Barb?
Something like
that. And it does work.
Uses them.
Yeah. So Magali, who tunes into our channel all the time, Faith,
I
believe Magali uses different
or
paints.
maybe Christy, I'm not sure.
And but they do use different paints. But the microwave, for glass enamels, you can't get the glass hot enough, slow enough in the microwave in order to finalize that process. You can't do it.
Magali says she listens to a whole genre of music and podcasts. Yeah, we like it varied here too.
Yeah, we do.
And we love that CD that Ray sent.
Yeah.
We start the morning, we just pop that. That's in the CD.
It's in the CD
that
player.
first thing.
Yeah.
In the morning, then we switch over to our Pandora.
Yeah, and then we'll go to somewhere like Dire
things.
Straits Radio, Dire Straits and Sting Radio or something. That gives us quite a variety of music.
Okay. Magali said the name of the paints, and I don't know how to pronounce that. Pebeo vitriol paints. So
PEBEO vitriol paints.
BEO, yes.
Yeah, PEBEO vitriol paints. So those are the paints that Magali uses, and she has great success, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. She said that they're not as durable, but if you're doing sun catchers and things like that, it's perfect.
Yeah, because it's just adding something to your work.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So you can add a little bit of detail and play with it, and then when you really want to make things that are durable, then go with the other.
Faith, if you're chiming in tonight, Magali says that particular paint that she uses at 325 degrees for 40 minutes.
Okay.
And sounds like we're baking a cake, y'all.
So that wouldn't be microwave. That would be oven.
That's oven. Yeah. 325.
Yeah, wouldn't do it.
Yeah. 325. And you're going to have to heat the glass up slow.
Right? Can
you can't control the temperature in the microwave. In a convection oven, I guess you can.
In an oven, yeah. Okay.
Like the microwave convection oven we have in the motorhome.
Right.
You can probably control the temperature in that. So.
That's right.
I guess.
Yep. Magali says, yep. That's for the oven.
That's for the oven, Magali says. So play by the rules. Do what Magali says.
Okay. Let me see if I have any other questions. There was a question about solder spitting and splattering.
The cure for that is to make sure you shake your brush off. You're using too much flux. If you touch your window when you're soldering, and the flux starts to boil, which it's going to because boiling temperature is only like 240 or something like that. But you're using too much flux, and your solder is going to have little bumps in it. It's going to have holes in it. It's going to act like a volcano. It's going to go whoop, and it's going to spit out a hole. So calm down on your flux because you don't need a lot of it. It's an acid. So you just take it, dip it in your flux, and then shake the brush off inside the container, and then flux. And you know what? Instead of that big bushy haired brush that you use on the metal handle, take those bristles and cut them back to where they only stick off of that little brush about 1/4 of an inch. That stiffens it up. It's not going to hold as much flux, and it's going to give you a nice line to work with. Don't you think, Barb?
Yes.
Yeah, because you know what? Sometimes I'll just take the brushes that I get, and the first thing I do is just cut them off back to 1/4 of an inch so they're nice and stiff.
Yeah, and that way they don't pick up all that flux. And
yeah, because it's like a paintbrush.
Because the more you put on, the more you got to clean off. Really, all you're trying to do is
etch the surface with the flux
and clean. It cleans it.
Yeah, it cleans that copper foil, and it makes it so that the solder sticks to it. So
yes.
That's a flux.
Ooh,
that's great.
Ooh, I'm hot.
I think we're going to have to get the air conditioner rolling in here. We probably turned it up, and I don't know that I turned it back down.
It's hot in here. Usually I'm freezing. Now I'm hot. Okay. We got a lot of people from YouTube here, and we're also on Facebook.
Yeah, we got a 10-minute lag on Facebook, everybody. So,
but hello to everyone on Facebook. Thank you for joining us.
We appreciate it.
So, are we ready to go to Glass Chat? Maybe
we can. We can.
Okay, let's do that.
Because we're going to share something with everybody. I just we're gonna talk about tonight on Glass Chat. Okay, so tonight on Glass Chat, we're going to talk about colors in individual sheets of glass, and those colors and how they're stacked up, and how the colors, when they're stacked up, will determine the sound you hear when you're cutting them, when you're cutting that particular glass. Remember, like we talked about last week, and we have talked about in the past, everybody, just because you can't hear the score doesn't mean it's not doing its job. When you're cutting glass, you should already have the pressure in your hand, and that should never deviate no matter what glass you're cutting, okay? No matter what glass you're cutting, use the same amount of pressure. So I want to share a piece of glass with y'all, and I'm gonna get it right here, and I hope you can see this.
Let me go. Let me switch.
Okay, we're gonna switch over to this camera. So I want you to see this, and I think I got it. I'm gonna try and hold it still so that it focuses. But I want you to look at the colors as I run my finger down the edge of the glass. We got blue, green, amber. Now the amber and the green are mixed, and now we've got another layer of green that's very dense, and now we have another layer of green that's very shallow. This blue right here is a dense blue. Remember, opal blues are very dense. So what I want to show you, now keep in mind, when I tell you about this glass, this is just a glass. It's a Kokomo 70, okay? It's really pretty. It's a beautiful, beautiful glass, but you can see how the colors are stacked up in it. And what I want you to do, just in tonight's little glass chat, I want you to listen to my score because, you know, I put the same amount of pressure. It doesn't matter what glass I'm cutting. If it's textured, if it's gritty, ripply, it doesn't matter. I use the same amount of pressure. So here we go. I want you to hear this. You see, it was like up and down, up and down, up and down. And in the same amount of pressure, start to finish, will help you eliminate that what you can't hear. Just because you can't hear it, you hear that? That last 4 or 5 inches there was nothing. So, but because Ed kept the same amount of pressure when he's cutting the glass, that allows the glass to break. You can't, just because you can't hear it, again, everybody, please. Oh, and by the way, when you're cutting glass and your cutter drops into what I call a little pucker mark, just drive right out of it. Don't stop. Just keep going. And more than likely, you're going to find that that glass will break exactly the way you want it to. So again, here we go. Okay. So now I've got that whittled down. I have a customer who needs an 8x8. So there we go. We're good on that. So tonight, y'all, I've got Magali, I got a wild piece of glass to share with you. So I'm going to reach over here and get it. Okay. I've got everything real close tonight. So
okay, let's get back. Okay.
So, so this is one of the glasses that we purchased while we were shopping this weekend. This is one of either 24 or 34 sheets that we bought this weekend. I'm not sure which. All right. You see this, y'all? This is an Oceana glass. Oceana glass is made by Yakagani. Oceana glass, I think, is their premium glass. I just love it. This particular glass is their 615G, as in granite. I'm going to turn it over because I want you to see the texture. See that texture? Look at the life in this piece of glass, y'all. This is incredible. And we're getting ready to do some marshes and things like that. And I just wanted to share this glass with y'all. Look at this. And this is light in front of it. There's no light behind this.
Yeah, this part right here.
Look at this. Look at this. That looks like a satellite photograph of a storm in the ocean. Look at that.
Looks like our neighborhood from the satellite.
It does. It looks like our neighborhood. And then you know what? This is the area where Barb and I walk right here. So anyway, I wanted to share this with you. And we'll be sharing more because I just pulled this one sheet off the truck for tonight's glass chat. And as we go through the weeks, I'm going to be sharing another piece of Oceana or another piece of glass that we purchased for our big project coming up to share with you. And, you know, Ray, I know you build a lot of lamps, and so you're probably used to working with Oceana maybe and Yakagani because, you know, that particular glass makes some of the most beautiful lamps there are. And I want to show y'all something about this glass too. We're switching back to the camera because I just want to show you. I want to show you the edge of this glass. The edge of this glass won't cut you because it's rolled. Okay, so I'm gonna throw an idea out there, right? These edges on this glass that are rolled make beautiful, beautiful skirts for lamps. Okay, they're all different, but they are rolled. You don't have to foil that particular edge, and it's just really, really and it also is used for making jewelry boxes. Jewelry boxes are really pretty on the lids with this particular glass too. Not this particular glass, but even, you know, Bullseye has their edges rolled on some of their sheets. This is the biggest sheet of Oceana there is. This is like, I believe they sell it by the pound as opposed to selling it, you know, by the square foot. So I'm hoping all that we bought is really lightweight. So, oh, that's a good photograph of that, Barb.
Yeah,
that's
really
awesome.
Nice.
I hope you all have enjoyed this piece of glass.
Yeah, they love it.
And I will be sharing more with you. Let me flip it over and let's get another look at it before we go, you know, before we switch back to the other camera. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. This looks like a forest. This looks like the sky. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. It's just, it did it all by itself. Here's a tree. Look, here's a tree right here. It's all nice. All the tree limbs are up here. The trunks rolling down. And look at that. I see so many things. And it's like when you look at clouds, you know, everybody sees different things. I sure hope y'all have enjoyed this piece of number 615G Oceana made by Yakagani. And we're going to share some more with you every week.
Okay, so let's go to the Oceana. Let's go to Oceana and kind of look at some other glasses. You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that. So here we go, guys. We're going to take you right to Oceana.
So Oceana has several different glasses.
They do, and you know they are them and Bullseye, of course, are the two modeled glass. I don't know what you would call them. Masters. How about that? Modeled glass masters. So this is their series.
300.
This is their 300 series. So Barb will, in a minute, after you see this is gorgeous, isn't it? After you see these, we'll scroll down maybe to their 700 series. And
see if I can do that.
And I'll let you know if we've got some of these glasses. I know we got, pull that blue one up right there, Barb. Right there.
This one?
Yeah, pull that one up. There we go. We bought 2 sheets of this for this project that we're doing with the marshes and the skies and things like that. So
this is a 600 series.
Less model and less dense, or more models, less dense on the color, you know, as far as it being this. We bought 2 sheets of this as well. We were able to find them. So as we go through our live streams over the next few weeks, we're going to be sharing this glass with you.
700 series.
Yeah. So and isn't Magali going by Yakagani on her way to on her way back home this fall?
So I think so. Oh, Magali says she wouldn't want to cut it.
Oh, it's awesome. It's not a problem. If y'all will listen to the way
it's so beautiful.
Oh yeah, okay. I was going to say, if you listen to the way I explained to you how to cut glass, whether it's texture or not, don't be afraid of it. But yeah, so you know, my dad used to always say, Ed, I got this sheet of glass while I was up there. I hope you like it because I just want to frame it.
Yeah.
He used to say that all the time. He's like, I got one extra sheet of glass because I just fell in love with it, Ed. So anyway, go to Yakagani, check out their website, you know, and I mean, yeah, and pull up their Oceana glass. And it's one thing about Yakagani and Oceana, because they're made by the same manufacturer, their annealing process is down pat. Okay. If the glass isn't annealed correctly, you won't be able to cut it. There is no cutting it just because you're a master glass cutter. If the glass is not annealed correctly, when you go to break it, it's going to go everywhere. So Yakagani, along with Bullseye, along with Kokomo, and along with Wismat, they all have their annealing process down to a science, y'all, which is what it is. It's a science. And you can really mess up some glass without the correct annealing process.
So Vicki joined us. Joan is here. Hi, y'all.
Hey, it's good to have
everyone loves that glass. So
great.
Yeah. So
I'm excited. If you love it, then we know that we did the right thing. We got the right colors.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Magali said, yes, I am. So she is going by Yakagani on the way home.
She is.
That's cool.
It's hard to, when you get a beautiful piece of glass, it's hard to cut it. But we buy for specific jobs, and we usually have a lot of beautiful glass left over from when we.
Yeah, because, we were talking a couple of weeks ago, how do you buy glass? How much do you buy? And you always buy, you basically 10% breakage. So you buy 10% more. So, like, let's just say this particular job that we're working on now is about 280 square feet of glass. And so, we'll probably be buying about 325 square feet. And, but that's going to allow us, because we're going to do a lot of different things with this glass. And we want to make sure that not only do we have enough, but we want to make sure that if we want to change it, we can. If we want to change it up, change those colors up, right, Barb?
Yeah. So we just picked out the beautiful sunrise and sunset colors and colors that we know that we're going to use. But until we get our photographs, we don't know all the colors we're going to use. So
Right.
we'll be going out and doing photographs in the next week, I guess.
I suppose so. Yeah. So they, our client has offered to take us out on their boat so that Barb and I don't have to rent a boat and go out and take the photographs that we need. So our client has offered to take us out on their boat for the afternoon, morning. I got a feeling it's going to be pretty early in the morning because the shots we need are going to require an early morning and a late afternoon.
So you're going to have to go to bed early for that.
Uh-oh, I can't do that. Okay. So we had a good time this weekend though, y'all. And I'm so happy that everybody tuned in. And yeah, we're going to have some really interesting glasses to show y'all over the next 24 weeks, I guess.
Yeah, and look for some videos this week. I finally got to the point where I can start doing videos again, and we'll have one or two coming out this week.
Yeah, and we're really busy, and we're really happy that everybody tunes in on Monday nights for us and listens to us. And if there's any other, pop some questions in there. Give us a question. I was thinking that the sulfur question was going to stump us, but it didn't. We're happy to figure that one out.
Okay, so do y'all have any questions? Let me see if. Ooh.
So everybody pretty much, I guess everybody understands, and just maybe yeah or yeah or I got it. And about cutting different textures. So
yeah. I may have missed some questions. It looks like. Let me see. Now, did we talk about? I did have a question about copper foil sticking. Did we answer that?
No.
They have problem with the copper foil sticking, but then I thought I just saw a question.
Well, copper foil, we can answer that question.
Yeah,
if you can't get your copper foil to stick. Number one, if you're using a grind, the copper foil, it's not that the glass has to be ground all the time. The grinder takes care when glass breaks, it breaks at an angle. And you'll see that on these pieces of glass that I just cut during glass chat. It's going to break at a little bit of an angle. What the grinder does is it squares it up so that this piece meets this piece and they touch one another and they're not offset like this or something like that. Okay. So it's not that you have to have a grinder, but the foil sticks a lot better to the sand, when you bring the sand back to the surface of the glass and then you clean it. Now, if you're having trouble with your copper foil sticking, it could be that you're holding on to the glass actually the wrong way, because if you're holding on to the edge of the glass, the oil from your skin is getting on the glass and the copper foil won't stick to that. You can forget it. The other thing is if you're not taking the time to clean the glass correctly and making sure that it's completely dry, which by using alcohol or acetone will do the same thing. Clean that glass well and you got to get the glass grindings off of it. Glass grindings are just dust, dirt, sand, and the copper foil won't stick to that. So there are several reasons why your copper foil won't stick. Most of it is not the foil's fault. Most of it is preparation to foil.
That's right. Okay, so Magali said that when you explained the sound of cutting glass, that's very helpful to her and cutting different textures too. It's always her biggest issue, and trying to hear the sound. And now she knows that that's not.
It's not necessarily important because Magali, you've been working in stained glass for a long period of time. And so you have that pressure in your hand all the time, the same amount of pressure. Just keep that pressure. And, I'm glad that it's helpful to you. And I hope it's helpful to a lot of other people, because it's taken me years to feel comfortable and be able to cut almost anything that I want to cut.
And she said that was never explained. And I don't think people explain it in the classes. I've never heard anyone explain it.
I haven't heard of too many classes that spend more time on learning how to cut glass than fabrication. If you can't cut the glass, don't even worry about fabricating it.
Ray says now when he's cutting glass, he thinks of Ed explaining the cutting process.
I hope so, Ray. I hope it rings in your head, bro.
And Magali said the same thing. I know.
Thank y'all.
Funny, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you very much.
You know, we might have to leave early if we don't get some questions.
Uh-oh. I don't know where I'm taking Barb to dinner tonight, but you know, let me tell y'all a quick story. We went, my son-in-law has this thing about getting to the waiter before I do for dinner, so I don't get to pay for it. So yesterday we went to a grocery store and I bought dinner. That way he couldn't pay for it. So while we were there, we got this roasted chicken salad. And when you buy a pound of chicken salad, they give you 4 croissants. A new vice. No, we don't need it. So we need to buy that every week. Anyway, so anyway, today we had a chicken salad sandwich on the way home. Our daughter fixed us up a care package for the ride home. And chicken salad was on the menu for lunch while we were driving. It was not exactly on my diet. Oh, it was so good. And you know, Barbara is a chicken salad connoisseur. It was the best. It was the best. And to have it and it was made from rotisserie chickens. So if you can imagine, whoo. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk to y'all about food. We're talking about glass. Let's get some questions. He's hungry again. No, let's get some questions. Okay. Come on, guys. Give us a question. Oh, Deborah, thanks for the compliment on that beautiful piece of glass. Yeah, it was. Deborah's here. Hey, Deborah. So yeah, I've got a lot of different glasses, and some of them, you know, if they're a very dense opal color, and I'm going to stand up for a minute. I'm going to grab a piece of glass, Barb. Give us a glass demo. We're going to do another demo because you know what? If that helps everybody, it's good for me. If it's good for you, it's good for me. Okay. So this is a bullseye, y'all, right here. This is a bullseye. Okay, wait a minute. Let me get it. This is a bullseye. Okay. And again, this doesn't have a bunch of colors stacked up, but it's a dense color. Okay. So you're not gonna hear a thing on that one, y'all. So anyway, boom. Okay. Mark Mason says that's absolutely sickening that when you cut glass, every single one turns out. So, but I want you to hear what's happening. Okay, here we go. I didn't hear it except for that last inch. But I want you to realize that as long as you keep the same amount of pressure in your hand, on your cutter, don't deviate. When you get into what I call a pucker mark, push yourself or drive yourself right out of it, and no score. And then when we get down here, for some reason, this glass is soft. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it in the camera where the color is. So it's very, very dense right here, this color. Okay. It's got more white in it, probably. And yeah, it's possible, you know, but you know, colored glass, y'all, is made by using the metal oxides on the chart of elements. Okay. And you know, some of those metals are soft, some of those metals are hard. And this particular glass down here at the bottom, and I'm not cutting glass to show off. I'm cutting glass to show you guys how to cut glass correctly, because if you every time you cut something, it breaks wrong, you're going to get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. Glass is one of the most beautiful things in the world that we take for granted.
Joyce says she's been doing it for 20 years and never knew about that. Ray wants to know, how do you cut glass when there are ripples, bumps, and divots on both sides? Do you have a piece over there you might want to show?
Ray, I'm going to step away from the camera for a minute. Barb can chit chat, and I'm going to see if I can find something that's really nasty.
Hard. You got a good one there, Ray. That's a good question. Let's put him to
Ray's
the
always
test.
trying to stump me anyway.
He's just trying to make you a better glass cutter.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm not sure what number this is. I'm pretty sure it's a Wismac, and I think it's an 845, but I'm not sure. So here we go. Now, this, of course, is a ripple. Okay. But when this comes down onto the mat, this isn't always smooth, and this is definitely not smooth. I'm not sure that you can see it, but it's not smooth.
Magali has some.
So, and you're going to hear my cutter. It's going to sound like it's rolling. Hear it? Same amount of pressure that Ed uses all the time. Okay. And Ray, maybe these divots aren't quite deep enough, but I'm promising you, I can feel them in my cutter. But you don't want to, let's see, we're going to push this, okay? We're going to push this. You hear, oh, we got to drive out of that. Hear that? Now you realize that this piece of glass is definitely okay.
That's cool.
Action.
They
Oh, I
couldn't
can't see it. Action. Action. All right. Ray, I hope maybe that answers your questions, because, you know, when I started on this, it went in, first thing it did was go into a divot. Listen to it. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Ray, I hope that helps. Looking forward to meeting you one day, young man.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to meeting every one of you.
Yes. Okay, so I guess we're getting near the end of the live stream tonight.
I don't know.
Let's see. I think we've answered all y'all's questions. Ray said thanks. He saw it. And I think that those demos really help.
Well, they do. And y'all, here's the thing, okay? We have many different types of glass here in the studio. And if you're having trouble cutting a particular type of glass, or you have a question, I can try and find a glass that resembles what you're telling me it is. And I'll try to help you learn how to cut it. I tell people it's only glass. And I have enough little pieces of different stuff that I'll be happy to cut it and explain to you the property of cutting that particular glass. But I think we touched base with it. Don't change the pressure in your cutter because you can't hear the score. Your glass cutting wheel is separating the molecules on the surface of that glass at the same pressure all the time. Okay.
Ray wants to know if he can send pics of his current project. Yes.
Please do, Ray.
Yes, please do. Magali said if you were there, she would kiss you. You have no idea how much this has helped her. Oh, you're so sweet.
Thank you, Magali. Hugs to you, hon.
Ray's going to send us some pictures. And he said it has a mustache in it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, please send us a picture, Ray.
Oh,
and you can send us pictures of any of y'all's work that you're working on. And if you have a problem with, and you have a question you want to ask about a particular piece of work, you can always include a photograph of that work, right, Barb? Can they do that?
And in the description, there should be an email link, or you can go to our website, go directly to our website, and you can send a message to us there. If you send me a message, I'll answer it. Send me a message, say, I want to send some pics. I'll email you back, and then you'll have my information.
Okay,
and you
that's
can
how it
send
works.
stuff because
y'all know I'm computer illiterate.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions for us?
Let me see. I'm trying to get, my computer is slow tonight. I'm trying to get back to the questions.
Your computer's been on the road all day today.
I know. It doesn't know where it's at. I think it's
traveling
lost.
all day.
I think it's lost. I can't even get to the comments. Okay. That's not good. Give me my comments.
I don't know. That's the
Wait.
main screen was over here before.
I know. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let me do this. Let me get this. This. Nope, that doesn't help. Let's do this.
There.
Here we go. Okay, something is wrong. Y'all, I can't see the comments. Okay, if Frain says they'll be traveling to Aiken soon and would like to stop by the shop, please let us know when you guys are available at your shop. Okay, just give us a call. Our number is on our website.
Yep.
Just go to our website and
we'll make arrangements to meet you here at the shop. We'd love to meet you.
We'll make arrangements. And there's our website right there. ConwayGlass.com, ARTyRV, and our number's there, and all of our contact information is right there. Let me see if I can get back to the comments because I don't know what my computer's doing to me. I cannot even see y'all's comments. Something has happened. Let me. What in the world? Okay. Now I've lost my screen. All right. I don't know what's going on with my screen.
Hold on, y'all. We're still with
y'all.
you. We probably still have audio, but we don't have video. There we go. We got video now.
Yeah, I just can't get into for some reason, I can't even get in to see the comments. Let's see.
Oh.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying. I'm seeing that.
I don't know.
Why is it doing that? What has it done? Okay, y'all. I can't see the comments. I'm sorry.
You know what? Computers are a great thing as long as they're working.
I don't know what it's doing. That should be, that's there. But the comments are not here. And I don't think it's me. I think it's the program. I mean, I don't know what it's doing. Well, okay.
I don't know either, y'all.
Okay.
I guess we're going to have to say goodnight.
We're going to have to go. Please look for the new videos this week, and thank you all for tuning in.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
Hugs and love from Barb and Ed. Thanks for tuning in to the ARTyRV channel. Don't forget to subscribe.